In this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the trick Koro Koro. It looks like this. Just like that. Now, when you first learn the trick, you want to learn how to set the trick up and how to dismount. Once you get a feel for that, then you can learn the rest of the trick. Now, setting it up is pretty easy. We'll throw a breakaway with our non-dominant hand, and with our dominant hand, we're going to do a trapeze. And we're going to bring our hand over and grab the loop, just like this. And while our non-dominant hand is in a breakaway, we're going to put the yo-yo into the loop from the back. So you can see essentially we're in a trapeze over the other yo-yo. To dismount, we're going to bring our hand towards ourselves, and we're going to unmount the yo-yo away from ourselves. So that kind of brings the yo-yo off plane and makes it swing towards your body, and that prevents any knots from occurring. At the same time, you have to take your non-dominant hand and unloop the string, essentially rotate it up into the air, and that also prevents any knots or colliding from the yo-yos happening. So it's a good idea just to learn that. So you put it all together. I've grabbed the string, I take the yo-yo, I insert it, I'm in my trapeze, and I practice. There we go. I dismount the yo-yo away from me, I unloop it, bring the yo-yos back to my hand, and again, practice that, get comfortable, and now you're ready to learn the next part of the trick, which is the rotation. So to rotate, all you're going to do is take one hand at a time, and you're going to raise it, and you're going to lower the other hand. And as you do that, the yo-yos are going to rotate 2 times. 1, 2. And then you'll switch, raise the other hand, and it will cause the yo-yos to rotate the other way. 1, 2. And you can keep doing that as many times as you want. Good idea to practice just a couple rotations and then dismount, and as you get better, add some more. Now, the biggest key when you're doing this is to make sure that your hands stay on plane, nice and even, straight up and down. If you move one hand forward or if you move a hand back towards yourself, it will cause the yo-yos to go off plane and they'll miss the strings. The other thing is you want to make sure that the yo-yos are very close to each other and that they're relatively on the same plane. If they're too turned like this, the trick isn't going to work out, so they've got to be pretty straight. So once you've got it, you're going to get into your mount here. Up, over, and dismount, just like that. In one sense, this trick is very easy because you're just moving your hands, and the setup is pretty easy to get into. In another sense, it's very hard for 2 reasons. One, you might find your yo-yos, they're gonna hit together and it's gonna ding them. When I first learned this trick, I practiced on some sages, so you might wanna try doing that. The other reason it's difficult is that at some point, inevitably, one of the yo-yos is gonna miss the string. Could be on the front side, on the back side, and it could be either yo-yo. And it seems like it gets into a knot and that the whole trick is just messed up. But if you stop and just hold your position and you try to find out where the string is as it's coming over the yo-yo, you'll see that it's wrapping around the other yo-yo on the front or the back and either underneath or on the bottom. So you'll know exactly which hand has to unwrap the yo-yo, either from the top or bottom, and on which side, away from you or towards yourself. It just takes a little bit of practice and some thinking to get used to that and to know how to undo those little knots, but you'll find that it's much easier to practice the trick if you take the time to learn how. And so that's all the tips that there are to this trick. Again, you just got to practice it, and that's how you do Koro Koro.